there, YouTube. This is a new channel that I'm starting. I just have a lot of stuff that I do that some people might find interesting, some people might not. I do a little bit of everything. I work on, this is a tractor that we're going to work on today. We weld, I do woodworking, I got some livestock, just all kinds of different stuff. And we're gonna just video it and see if anybody likes it. So if you're into that, keep on watching. This is a 175 Massey Ferguson. I believe it's a 1965 model. We're gonna do some brakes on it today. Before that, we gotta go to the store. So I'm shooting all this on my iPhone. I don't have a tripod or nothing yet. I just said, the heck with it. Let's make some videos, see what happens. The reason is I watch a lot of YouTube and I watch a little bit of everything. I'm gonna try to put out a video a week, 20 minutes long. You know, I don't want to get too into the weeds with just a bunch of random stuff. So each video will have a project that we're working on, and when the project's done, we'll put the video out and see if anybody likes it. Some projects that I have going on are the tractor that you saw. My father-in-law bought an excavator that needs a lot of the pins and bushings gone through, so we'll be working on that. My truck needs a little bit of work. There's some fence that needs to be put up in my house. My shop's not done yet. We're still working on that. It was an old pole barn that I'm converting into, you know, where I can get some climate control. It needs a garage door. It needs the ceiling done. All right, we're back. We're gonna start working on this here tractor. Quick shop tour. Workbench, toolbox, bolt bin, fridge, workbench, drill press, got to find somewhere for it, another small toolbox, Bridgeport, homemade power hammer, a welder, our little forge that it's enough to get us in trouble. It's kind of the metalworking area, wood stove. But this is the project for today. I already did this side, and then I thought I might as well make a video while I do the other side. So I'll put you on a time lapse and we'll get it tore apart. All right, so we're apart, and this is supposed to be a dry brake. So that's not what it's supposed to look like. I'm guessing the seal looks newer. I'll have to look and see if someone put it in backwards maybe. because the lip is supposed to be towards the fluid. This, we're gonna have to order a boot. Those dry out, and then as you actuate the pedal, it just pushes more dirt into the brake disc housing. But everything else looks good. The bearing looks pretty good. So we'll clean it up and throw some new brakes on there. So we got everything cleaned up, degreased, dried out. We got our 2 brakes in. We got our brake actuator. That looks all good. We're gonna put this seal in. Lips go to the oil. There's this drain hole. There's a drain here. You line the drain hole up to the drain, and then you don't have to worry about maybe overpowering the seal and getting fluid in on your brakes. We're gonna get that started in there. We'll set this on top to help us tap it in. It's about the same size. Won't risk messing this up with a hammer, dinging it, or hitting the seal. And put our gaskets on and put it back together. So you can see some of them studs came out of there. I just cleaned them up. The nut was stuck up here. So I just pinched them in the vise and warmed that up with a propane torch. Threaded right off, just had some grease and stuff in there. But now, to put them back in, I'm gonna take and put a little blue Loctite. You don't need red. It's just gotta be stronger than the nut. Get it started. Then thread a nut on. Nuts kind of. Bottom that one out. Thread on another one. Tip that studs a little. Then put your wrench on the outside one and crank them down. All right, all the studs are back in. Let's see if we can stick this thing back together. Way easier than the other side. The diff lock's in here, so it made it a little bit harder, but yeah, we'll tighten those up and then we'll start putting everything back on top of it and we can get this thing out of here. Perfect. So I got the seat on. I got the bracket for the remotes. We need to put on the fenders and then we'll throw the hood on and we'll go hook up the loader and this one will be done. There's Bandit. What are you doing? Huh? You gotta come around this side to get water. We just got the 3 heifers and this guy. We've had him since he was a calf. We bought these ones. We'll end up getting some more. We're gonna do pigs and chickens, and we had chickens last year. So now that I'm looking at these fenders, only one of the lights work out of the 4 lights. The wiring's all janky. And then I have to take this wire here and just stab it into the battery terminal to get the lights to work, because the switch is junk. But I have some Harbor Freight off-road like 4-wheeler lights with a harness. It's got like the floodlight and the spotlight. I think we might wire those up. Because the other problem with these fender lights is once the loader's on, the loader frame like casts a lot of shadow. And then you got the bucket out there, and it's kind of hard to see what you're doing. And I plow a lot of snow in the winter time in the dark. We got lucky this year. We didn't get much snow. Anything that we do get, I probably won't have to plow. But last year we had a couple feet and I wasn't getting home until after dark. So then you're trying to plow snow in the dark. It wasn't very, didn't work very well. So I think we'll put the fenders on, and then we'll see about installing this wiring harness and mounting a couple more lights. I'm thinking up here and have a couple spotlights facing rearward, because sometimes in the summertime, if I'm mowing the pasture or something, it'll get dark, and sometimes you just gotta finish, so you're finishing in the dark. But yeah, with the lighting system is not the greatest. Okay, I'm rambling. Let's put some fenders on. So the fenders are on. You can see that's broke. These aren't necessarily cheap either. We're gonna test these lights. See which ones are good, which ones are bad. I got a power probe there. We're just gonna hit them with 12 volts and see if they turn on. If they turn on, we'll save them. If they won't, we'll get them fixed. I want all of them working, plus add new ones. Like this one, I'll probably just use this hole to mount my spotlight. because I never take this down the road at night, so I don't need tail lights and blinkers and stuff. So like this guy here, that's for like if you're gonna run down the road, have a little flasher or something. Yeah, we don't need that. Spotlight, it'd be cool if it worked. It doesn't at the moment. Might be the bulb, might be the wiring, who knows. Yeah, we're gonna test some lights. I should have did this before I put the fenders on. Why didn't anybody tell me that? Does anyone think these little tabs, I'm thinking JB Weld. It's like cast aluminum. It's just gotta withstand some vibration. JB Weld with a little, like, couple bigger washers. Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna take the bulbs out here, see if they're bad, order some new ones. So, the wiring might take a little longer than anticipated. I think we'll still put the loader on today. I'm gonna take that other one off the other side. This, you guys saw that this marker light here works. What you couldn't see is that this one works. And I never noticed that it had a switch on it. And it flashes. It's got like an internal flasher. It's weird. Never seen one like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna take this other set of lights off, get the bulbs out of them and see if they're bad or not. This one's not broken, luckily. And then we'll see about putting them newer lights on here somewhere. All right, so we took this light apart. I'm guessing ground is the problem, but there is a split there in the power, but they ground through the case. So the cool thing about a power probe, I'm gonna try to do this in one hand. That is ground. You hook up your power probe leads to a battery, and then you can push this and give battery voltage directly to whatever you're touching, and they make a bunch of attachments for it. But this is ground. I don't have the end because I'm cheap. So I put a gator clip in there, and you come over, brown is your ground on this. So you ground to that. Then you come over here with your tip. Now when that goes off, the green light shows up, meaning that that circuit does have ground to the battery. So you can touch it. Light works. Bulbs are fine. So we're gonna do that with the rest of them, and I'm guessing all of these are having a grounding issue. These are super stuck, so we'll put some heat on them. Try to get all that crud broke loose. See if they come apart. Like that one. So this is painted in, that's painted, and your only ground is a rivet to this piece. So I'm gonna scuff those up and try to get them down to bare metal. So they got better contact. That is there's not much, but it's a mess. All right, so I'm laying this out here. These are from Harbor Freight. There's floodlights and spotlights, 2 of each. And then I got to looking. That's option 1. And then if you add a splitter, you can run 2 lights. Well, I have 4 lights. I do have the splitter, that's this here. It's got 3 plugs on it. I don't know why they wouldn't just start off with running 2, being able to run 2 lights. Kind of doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know if I need to go get another splitter. Because that would work, I believe, but I'm gonna kind of just dig into this. This is too long. We might have to cut it down a little bit for fitting on the tractor. I could run the button all the way over to the fender with how long it is, but yeah, we'll see what we can make of it. Well, after some money-saving thought, I think I'm gonna try to put some of this aluminum and rivet it to this lip here so I can drill new holes to bolt on the hood. And that'll save me, I don't know, this was like 10 bucks. A new plastic piece with nothing else in it, it's like 140 or something. I think it's 200 bucks for like a complete one. And then we'll try to straighten up the grill and get everything reattached. I think that's our plan. See how it goes. All right, we got that off. This piece is pretty beat up. So we're gonna try to straighten all that out, make it look a little bit better. And then this piece, I'm gonna see if I can't find something that's about the right radius so I can bend this aluminum. And it'll probably only come down to, you know, somewhere in there, because this changes. But I think I'm going to put one around the top and then try to put one around the bottom, and I'll rivet those in, and then I can drill new holes, and it should stiffen that up quite a bit. I kind of marked this out. I got a little mark there. It's not really needed. This is a pretty close radius. This is a bending jig that we got. So I'm gonna hopefully slide this in here, line my marks up. I'm gonna hopefully slide that in there, form this, and get it close. go see how that fits. I'd say that looks pretty good. We just gotta do this other side. We'll make some marks and we'll take it back over there and might have goofed that one up. Let's go see. That side's pretty close. This side needs to be tweaked a little bit. So I'm gonna take a few minutes and get this right, and then we'll start putting some rivets in there. All right, that's fitting pretty good. Drill some holes and put some rivets in it. Doesn't look too bad. There's a gap. That's obviously, it's looking upward. I'll get it pointed where it needs to be. We're gonna have to build a bracket for this backside here to get it mounted. And then we'll tweak it and we'll get it pointed in the right direction. And then if there's any gaps, I'll just put some red silicone or something. Try to putty it in there and make it look decent. But figured, you know what? I'm not buying a new one. If I go to restore this tractor ever, I'll be buying a new one anyway, so cut it. Not done yet, just a sneak peek there. I mean, they look pretty good. I gotta adjust them and get the mount built. So I jumped ahead without filming. This is kind of where we left off. These are mounted. I put a piece of aluminum down here and just used the swivel mounting brackets that come with it. This piece got all straightened out. New bolts. Fits better. The wiring's got to be tidied up. It's kind of, you know, we got snow coming, so I need this thing operational. Got kind of just, I didn't shorten the harness. We're just gonna rock it for now. And there's this little knockout here that obviously doesn't fit just right, so we're gonna make maybe go get an electrical knockout plug and then drill that out and stick it in there. That's basically what was in there, was like a junction box knockout. But we got lights, and those are the spot style because we're still gonna put the fender lights back in. Those will kind of be our flood lights, showing everything to your left and right, and then these will just give you a little more out in front of you. Yeah, I think we're pretty well wrapped up. I gotta throw this side cover back on. I don't have the other side cover. It didn't come with the tractor. I mean, I got this thing pretty cheap. So yeah, we'll go put the loader on it finally.
and it'll at least be able to plow snow for this weekend. We're supposed to get like 9 inches. And I don't really feel like just driving through. I'd rather be able to push it out of my way.